Hello, welcome back to the Wisconsin Games Alliance. This is Ross. I'm here with Jacqueline, and we are doing a quick post GDC catch up. So, if you could start by introducing yourself and the game that you brought to GDC this year, that would be a great way to start.
Howdy, my name is Jacqueline Heisel, and I am the producer of Midwest Goodbye, which is the game that we brought to GDC this year. A team of 18 of us, and 10 of us got to go.
Sweet. So, GDC can be a whirlwind. So now that you've had a few days to decompress, what is maybe one big takeaway or recurring theme that you noticed among attendees in general this year?
GDC is such a cool environment because you get to go see a bunch of game devs that aren't like I go to the game design program at school and so does the rest of my team, but they're not those specific people you've been around for so long. So it was just a takeaway of this is such a welcoming community of people who wants to build community and make cool things together, and everyone wants to talk and hear your story and see all the different things. And the big takeaway is, man, this is a really cool environment.
So speaking of that, so you are a student at Bradley, correct?
Yes.
So now you are nearing the end of the Bradleyness, I assume. And so you've been steeped in a learning atmosphere for games, but GDC is a place where you can learn as well. Can you compare and contrast the university kind of structure of learning to the GDC structure of learning?
Yeah, I mean, all of the talks at GDC just feel like class lectures, but you get to pick and choose the ones that are really interesting to you, which is super fun. And then everything else is getting to talk to people. The Bradley structure is you're doing projects throughout, but it's very lecture heavy your first 2 years while you're learning everything. And then you get less and less lecture-y and more just working on projects and building all of the soft skills and working with teams. So we haven't gotten to do like lectures in a really long time. And a lot of my team was really enjoying getting to get back into the nitty gritty. I want to talk about theory. I want to learn about this really hyper specific thing. I want to sit and listen to a lecture.
So what would you say would be over the course of GDC, was there a person you met, an encounter you had, or a piece of feedback that you received that has changed the way that you're looking at the project you're working on right now? Or is it all just like everyone was like, everything you're doing is fine, continue straight in the direction with no changes?
When we were showcasing, got to have a lot of really cool conversations with people. And every time we've shown it to somebody, whether it be at an event or just friends or family, always get little pieces of, oh man, if we could start over, it would have been so cool if we could do that thing. Our game is about talking to your family. So every time someone watches it and goes, oh man, it would be cool if you had this kind of character, this family or friend or whatever childhood interaction, we go, oh, in a world where we could add infinite characters and go all of these different branching story paths. We sat and talked about that for a long time, but the project that we made was almost a practice for our senior capstone project. So rather than going back to that one, the conversations we had just made us want to make something new together.
Fair enough. I could totally see Midwest Goodbye, the roguelike, where you have like successively more difficult uncles to talk to or something. You could do it. There would be a lot of work involved in doing it that way, but there would certainly be a kick in it being that way for sure.
Yeah.
So my understanding of the way that GDC worked for you is that you weren't chained to your game the entire GDC, right? Like my understanding is the way that the Wisconsin Games Alliance had it set up is that you had one day, and then the rest of the rest of the time was kind of more free or non-structured. Is that true?
That is correct.
So, like you said that you said 5 people on the team were able to come.
10 out of 18.
Oh, 10 out of 18. Sorry, I was like about half, and I did half of the number you said. So did everybody kind of do the same thing in their free structured time, or was it kind of everybody like scattered to the wind, or how did that work out?
It was a little bit of scattered to the wind. I do think people did a good job of sticking with the buddy system, because one of our professors went, all right, if you have introverts, you're going to match them up, introverts and extroverts, all right? Your extrovert friend's going to help you get in that conversation, because once you're in it, you're going to be fine. So I think a lot of our team kind of split off into some little pairs or little groups, but they did a good job of trying to come all together once a day to have some fun team bonding activity of some kind. So some people were really into playing all of the games. Some people were really into lectures. You know, our programmers would go to a programming lecture together. Our designers would go to a designing lecture together. Every game designer who is on our school's improv troupe is on that team, and we all went to an improv lecture together, which was very fun.
That does sound like a good time. So speaking of all of the different things that you went to, you're in more of a project management capacity here. So was there one specific eureka moment that kind of came through as the like, this is the thing that we need to do, or was there like a series of different sets of feedback? Like how do you fight all of the different kind of pulls of inspiration when you're trying to, you know, take this kind of mountaintop experience and like find a way to move forward?
GDC is a marathon, and you're absorbing so much information in so little time that I need to like go back through my notebook to see all the notes that I took. But I do remember coming home and having if I could start the semester over, here's how I would handle all of the level design and all of the QA of the current project that I'm working on, based on a production roundtable that I went to and some good conversations I had with some producers there.
But actually, that underscores actually a pretty good bit of feedback. GDC, bring a notebook. Like you're not going to pick it all up. Try to at least, you know, get as much of it down as you can so that you have something to look back to. When you
a little pocket-sized notebook you just have on your person goes such a long way.
Oh yeah, like a A6 notebook. I'm a fan of.
Yeah.
So yeah,
totally
with you there. So, was there anything at GDC that helped you feel connected to the broader industry? Like, are they good in welcoming people to the fold in general?
I think so. When we were running the booth for Midwest Goodbye, true to our nature, we are yappers, and we will hold you there in conversation for a while. So I can't think of anybody who stopped by for less than 5 minutes, whether they were fellow college student friend we made earlier that week or producer at company with a game that we're all like a huge fan of. Anybody who stopped by and held a half an hour conversation with everybody there. And we got to pick their brain on this thing, whether it was, what are your ideas on this, or how do you do this thing, or just how's your day going, and talking about the event as a whole. The community was very welcoming, and the amount of people that previously we would have been like, you're a big name at this company, we can't possibly talk to you, that just went, no, shoot me an email. I'm going to be upset if you don't pick my brain, because I keep telling people they can, and then they don't. That we're super excited to get to go talk to those people.
That is really, follow-up is one of the great, like, I would say, refiners, or like the way one way to set yourself apart in pretty much any situation. Follow up, and you go from the big group to a small group very, very quickly. So along that kind of same lines, is there anything that you saw at GDC that you'd like to see more of in our local community?
I'm going to flip your question a little bit.
Sure.
When we were at MDev, a lot of the students there realized that we were all kind of about in the same grade, and obviously we're all from the Midwest. And actually a lot of us made a Discord server of a lot of young game developers from the Midwest. And then we all get to go meet each other at GDC and had a meetup there. So that was a big moment of cool. Yes, there's this big industry around us, but we are the future of the industry, and we all got to hang out and see each other. And that was specifically like a from MDev to GDC thing.
There we go. Yeah, when you start locally, you'll sometimes be surprised by the faces you see in different places. This is for sure. And
we're all playing a big game jam together.
Yeah, that's, I would say stacking the deck in your favor certainly doesn't hurt. Being intentional about getting together and finding commonality is very important. So for the local folks that couldn't make it this year, what's the best way to stay in the loop about in GDC in general, or to apply GDC level insights to kind of the work that you do every day?
There's a lot of ways to get connected, whether it's going to the GDC Discord, which I'm learning is active year-round, and I believe is publicly available, or watching old GDC talks. the GDC Vault is the place that all of the videos of every year ever of GDC go to, and it's a hefty price to get access to it for the year. So whether you go for the Vault access or a lot of the older talks are free on YouTube, you can go find those there too. But my friends and I intend to sit down and go through the vault of all of the videos that we missed, and everybody circle around one living room once a week and start watching all of those videos, and then bringing all of our friends who didn't get to go with us to check out what they missed.
That makes sense. So there's basically two levels of applying the insights. One is the YouTube level, the kind of, I don't want to say the for everyone, and then so there is also like an additional vault level access, which that makes. I was not aware of the vault. I've only ever seen GDC via the YouTube portal. So that's pretty sweet.
YouTube videos are GDC Vault videos that have become public, and I think they pick a couple from every year that they let be public, or maybe it's from a couple years ago. A lot of those ones are going to be a little bit older, but every talk that was recorded, which is most of them, unless it was a round table or like it's not the speakers that are talking, it's the everybody in the room that's talking. All of those are in the GDC Vault, which is something you can still buy access to.
Sweet. So you did GDC. You also had spring break. We're back in kind of business now. Now that kind of all of those things are kind of taken care of, what's the first thing on your to-do list now that you're back together? Or is it you had kind of talked about maybe some of this feedback is moving forward into a new project? Is that kind of same tools, same team? Like, what's the future looking like for you right now?
Our team's torn because we need to finish our senior capstone, so that has to be our first priority. But in like every spare moment, I swear every member of my team that was there goes, Jacqueline, we have an idea for a new project. We have an idea for a new project. We have an idea for a new project. So figuring out what the future of that looks like logistically is what I want to be my first priority. I do need to finish my project, and I'm very excited about my senior capstone, so I'm having a lot of fun putting all my energy into that. But every time I get a spare moment, I'm going, okay, logistically, how could Project 2 work? Because I think I can make it work, and it sounds like most people are on board.
So might we be seeing any of this stuff at an MDev in the future? Is that what we're talking about at this point? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know if you heard it, but today is the 30th of March when we're recording, and they announced today the new MDev date. It's November 6th and 7th this year. So
wonderful.
Get on that for sure as well. But
we're looking at another summer project, so we'd be ready on time.
Sweet. All right. So Midwestern, I feel like we've not been the appropriate percentage of Midwestern yet. So I guess if you were to start bench cut, meaning like the first, second, third priority kind of, let's see, I would say bratwurst burger hot dog. What would you start bench cut in I'm assuming you're a meat eater, or the veggie equivalent, what would you start bench cut in these meat between pieces of bread lineup?
Let's see. What am I ranking these here? What's happening?
So start is the one you like best. Bench is the one that you keep on the side. Cut is the one you have to get rid of.
Okay, we go through these here. We've got what?
We've got brat, we got burger, we got hot dog.
See, not a brat fan. So we're keeping that burger. We're benching the hot dog. They're a little iffy. Depends on how you cook it. We're cutting the bratwurst. I'm sorry.
I respect it. I mean, I would say start burger, bench brat, cut hot dog. But that also, but like the Costco hot dog, even though it is not Midwest, does speak to my Midwest sensibilities of lots of meat for money. So like, I get how it's
needs to go to like a state fair and get a corn dog, and it's like, no, the hot dog is saved because corn dogs are good.
Ooh, corn dog. Yeah, corn dogs do change the math. You are 100% right. Did you want to talk about any potluck related? Do you have go-to potluck? Did we briefly discuss this? I think we might have talked about grandma recipes once before.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of, You're duck, duck, goose, not duck, duck, gray duck, right?
Hmm?
Oh, sorry. In Minnesota, they do duck, duck, gray duck instead of duck, duck, goose,
Well,
and
we're
claim that it
normal,
is.
so we're
Yeah,
duck
no,
duck goose.
we're normal people, exactly. But every time you meet a duck, duck, gray duck person, they uh, state for the record that it is the right way, even though they are the only people that do it. I kind of understand the reasoning because
Mhm.
it's more of a creative exercise. Every different type of duck gets a color, so it's purple duck, blue duck, and then when
See.
you say gray duck, that's when you run. So it's more labor intensive for the person that's ducking, but
Mhm.
I don't know. It also is nice to just say goose. So
See, we
uh,
have one Minnesotan on our team, and now I'm gonna have to question him about this.
yes, ask them if they play duck duck goose or duck duck gray duck, and
Will
that
do.
specific flavor of Midwestern might come out of them. Um, is there any? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I had a Midwesternism at GDC actually. I'm from
Ooh,
Michigan. Most of my team's from Illinois. And like I said, we went to that improv lecture and we get there and they've all befriended like one other guy that's from Michigan. They're like, Jacqueline, he's from Michigan. You guys have to talk about that. And so I go up to him and I go, oh yeah, where in Michigan? If this is Detroit and this is Ann Arbor, I'm about here. And my whole team looked at me and went, what are you doing?
did he
Guys,
was he from the UP
no,
or what?
he reciprocated. He
Oh,
went, "Oh
okay.
yeah, no, I'm from right about here." He knew what I was doing. We both went, "Oh yeah, where?" And like held up our hands and knew what
Yeah.
we were doing. And then
So
everyone
so
else looked at us at,
so
"Huh?"
Michigan has the mitten and Wisconsin has the hand, and then the UP is just kind of out of the
Well, I
discussion.
get to be really dramatic. I almost went to college in the UP, which means I get to go. All right, Lower Peninsula. I was going to go right about here, but it
Oh,
takes
like
two of both.
was it Keweenaw Peninsula you were almost at? Because that's like way up on
No,
the
I was
little
going
thing.
to go to Houghton up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
Okay, Houghton Hancock, sweet. Yeah. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
sorry. I don't know how much Upper Michigan trivia is the critical watching, but yeah, that shout out to the
It's
Upper
really funny to
Michigan
watch that
folks.
moment live of what are you doing versus two people that know how to communicate right now, hand map.
Yes, may all of the hand maps meet and find their place. Like, oh yeah, so like for me in Wisconsin, like I was born here and then I lived here and then I went to college over here and now I'm over here. It's like I'm near the hand for most of my life, and so yeah, I totally get what you're talking about. Is Are there any socials that you wanted to call out? Anybody on the team that you feel needs a little bit of love or mentions before we head out?
Oh, every member of the team is so awesome. In fact, it's why we made a website so that we could really quickly, with one link every member of the team always and forever. So, Nonstick Studios officially has a website. We also have a LinkedIn where you can find every member of our team and see all of the cool things that all of them are doing.
So, so I know Nonstick Games has an itch page where you can play Midwest Goodbye. So now there's, in addition to the itch page where you can play and or download Midwest Goodbye, there is also a website which is nonstickgames.com or nonstick-games, or
Ooh,
we might
let's
have
see.
an
It's a Wix
editor have
website
the
right now.
ability
So I
to
think
kind of
it's just
like,
nonstickstudios.com, maybe.
okay.
I might need to go change that. But if you saw us at GDC and you saw our business cards, that'll link you to it. Otherwise, there's definitely links to it over on our LinkedIn, which is Nonstick Studios over on LinkedIn.
Okay, so Nonstick Studios on LinkedIn, Nonstick Studios, the website, Nonstick Studios on itch. Those are the places.
Absolutely.
Sweet. Anything
Steam's
else?
coming soon, I promise.
Oh, really? So how many people say, "Hey, you got to do it on Steam"?
Steam has always been our goal. We originally put it on itch because when we finished it in the summer, we went, this is good. We can do better. And so we pitched it to our professors to work on during this semester for our end of year showcase, which is actually in 2 weeks. It's called Fuse. So anybody who's in Illinois, Peoria Riverfront Museum on April 11th, go to Fuse. But since we had that class time to continue working on it, we went, okay, after Fuse, that version is going on Steam. So we're starting to work on our Steam page and all of our things right about now.
Sweet. Well, if there are any links, I'll try to make sure that those go in the overall. Is it called a doobly doo? What do people call the thing next to the YouTube video? The links, whatever, the info. We'll try to get whatever we can in there for sure. Yeah. So do you want to do a Midwest Goodbye again? It's always fun. Let's see. Do you have a beverage? Do you want me to get one for you? I got some. I'm not much of a
I
drinker, but
did.
I
I
got
brought
some
my water bottle
Waterloos.
in, but I did
Yeah.
bring lemonade for everybody. Do you want to keep that or?
I mean, I don't want to have to make you wash another thing. I could try to find a bottle to like put it in, so that I don't inconvenience you. But yeah,
There you
sure.
go. I'd
If
appreciate
you've got extra
that.
lemonade, I will certainly take some. I'm a sucker for a
Absolutely. If
cold
you've got a
beverage.
glass bottle, I can split this in half, and then I'll take this
Yeah.
half home, and you get to keep that. I made it myself.
Oh, you got to share the recipe. I assume lemons are involved somehow.
Most definitely. It's really important. You got to make it into a syrup first. It's going to taste better that way.
Oh, so there's muddling involved? Is that how it happens, or like happens there?
You gotta cook it down for a long time, and then you gotta make a simple syrup with some sugar.
Ah, and I
My mom
assume
taught
this.
me how to do it. It's entirely memorized. I don't have it written down anywhere. I'm going to
Ah,
have to tell her when I make it again.
this is
But
when a
that's
recipe.
I do it on
It's one of
purpose. I
those.
want to call it.
I see. It's a recipe you have to video to truly know. I totally understand how those work. Like I have a video of my grandmother making kluski noodles because the only way to ever get it was she would be like, it's supposed to look like this, not like that, or else put more flour in. And you're like, how do you write that down, Grandma? I got that. I don't have no idea. So we videoed it, and now we have the ability to make kluski noodles, and
There you go.
I'm very happy that we did. So,
True fact. My great grandma made deviled eggs for absolutely every family gathering ever forever. And then I loved them more than everyone else. So when she died, the rest of my family dubbed me the new deviled egg maker for everything ever. But there is no recipe for it. I watched her make it a couple of times, and the reason that I can make it the way that she did is because I've never eaten a deviled egg made by anyone other than her, and they only taste like that to me. So I simply taste them until it's right, because that's how they're supposed to taste, and I don't know them tasting any other way.
there we go. Well, in the future, may all your deviled eggs taste right, and may all of your Midwest goodbyes be long and not tortured. All right. Well, thanks again for your time. We'll see everybody later.